Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, October 18th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am yinging my flow. And that evolved from several different energy mantras. And the last one before this was I am ying in my flow. And then I was like, no, we're just going to verb ying and make it yinging. I am yinging, which means a combination, a balanced energy of yin and yang in my personal flow. And that will just serve today as we are in dark of the moon, building to the new moon tomorrow. The new moon will be on Thursday at 12:12 p.m. Pacific time. So we're building into that. Dark of the moon means there can be dark, there can be shadow, there can be energy that's hidden, there can be emotions that have been hidden rising to the surface. The dark of the moon, what we have to realize, or the new moon energy, which is the darkest of the dark of the moon, and the lightest as well, because it heralds the return of the light, it heralds the return of the impending light. But both of those stages is like the moon in its full glory, full energy. One is in the full glory of its light, that's the full moon, and one is in the full glory of its shadow, and that's the new moon energy. But keep in mind, shadow does not necessarily mean a negative thing. And we need the darkness. We need that energy. You know, we put seeds into darkness. We put seeds into soil to nourish them. So, so many ways to look at this. But emotionally, with the moon, it can bring up feelings. And of course, when I say it brings up feelings, good or bad, I don't know. Good feelings, bad feelings, painful feelings, happy feelings, I'm being very redundant today, which we're getting to, but any of that can come up. It's up to you to work with it, to yin with it, and flow in and through what's coming up for you and what is it that you need to know in and through this, because anything that's coming up for you is what you personally need to know right now through this lunar cycle. Sit with it. And speaking of being redundant, I'm going to blame this transit on my redundancy. We have Mercury conjunct Jupiter in Scorpio. So, anytime planets get together, they amplify each other. Jupiter already is an amplifying energy. So Jupiter in Scorpio is amplifying the energy of Scorpio, which Scorpio brings light and dark, shadows and light. I always say with Scorpio energy, it can bring the lightest light and it can bring the darkest dark. Scorpio is not afraid to go into the depths. And Jupiter is a teacher explorer himself. Just call him himself for now. That does not mind, we have to go on this adventure down into the muck. Okay, let's go into the muck. But I'm going to bring my shiny flashlight into the muck. So we have Jupiter already doing that. Now here comes Mercury. And Mercury is like, I'm curious, I want to know, I'm going to look into all the things, I'm going to get really mental about all the things, and Jupiter's like, yeah, let's just explore, let's question, let's see. They're amplifying each other up. Now the reason why I said that this may be part of my word redundancy that is going on is just because Jupiter does expand and Mercury is communication. So you may find yourself repeating things over and over and over in and through this. It may be that you're repeating because there's something in there that you need to know. You may be repeating a thought over and over because there's something in there for you to explore, to get into, that you need to know. So pay attention to those things that come up for you over and over and over. Like, the word feelings that I probably said maybe like 20 times, maybe even more so far in this whole horoscope. So be willing to get in there. Realize that these energies mentally are being amplified and may be amplifying shadows or light for you. And show up, work with these energies, find your balance in and through these energies. Do I want to go here now? Yes. Yes, I do. Okay, so I had somebody ask me a question yesterday, what is the shadow the reflection of or something? I can't remember exactly what the question was. But it brought to mind a vision that I saw just recently. And I think that this is something that we may experience a bit of during Scorpio. So I have been working stuff out with a person who has been challenging for me. And I had this vision of, I'm not saying that I am always light because I am human and make mistakes too. just saying. But I saw myself in this person's life as this light, kind of as the sun, shining on this person. And my shining brought out their shadow, just like how the sun will shine on us and give us shadows. So there was that shadow, that shadow. And what they saw was not the light that I was shining, but rather the shadow that I was drawing out of them. And so this may be a bit of what we experience during Scorpio. We look at something, and what we are seeing is the shadow that is emitting from us, and not necessarily the light that is shining, that is bringing out this shadow energy. This may be something that comes up in the dark of the moon. This could come up at any point during Jupiter's transit through Scorpio over this next year. Be willing to look deeper. Be willing to admit that you don't know. I think that's one of the best things with Jupiter, is to admit, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm willing to learn. Be willing to look, because you may find that there is a light shining beyond your perception of this shadow energy that you're seeing. So a shadow can be a reflection of this great light, this great love energy. So just be willing to look. All right, so there was that, answering that question, but I think that's a really important thing for all of us to see and grasp in our own lives, though. It's really easy to be like, that's bad, that's good, that's bad, that's good. Okay, well, is there anything beyond it? Where's the light in it? I always love those questions. Where's the good? Where's the love? Where's the lesson? Where's the joy? Ask those questions and see if it can take you beyond your own reflection, perception, shadow, into something a little bit more, and take you beyond your conditioning, and take you beyond any fear that might be held up for you in and of this. That being said, Sun in Libra today is connecting with Chiron. It is an inconjunct, which means they're not really seeing eye to eye, but Chiron is involved. So there is healing. There is healing energy that is available. It's healing energy for you in your wholeness, in your personal yin flow. So this may be part of this healing, is recognizing, oh, well, when there's shadow, there's also light to be seen. Where is this light? And where there's light, there's also shadow to be seen. Where is the shadow? What is the shadow? And finding that balance in and of that. That being said, let's go into the Sabian symbol for the new moon tomorrow, because I think this fits really well. The Sabian symbol for Libra 26 degrees, which is where the new moon is occurring, is an eagle and a large white dove change into each other. And it's really interesting because eagle is one of the animals that represent Scorpio energy. So here we have this eagle flying on high and shifting with the dove. Now what I love is that it talks here is that this is a shift that brings the higher fulfillment of a higher life of relationship. Implied here is a kind of yang and yin interplay. When the circle encompassing both principles rotates fast, they appear to change into each other, like light and dark. Ooh, my own yin and yang that's sitting right there. Anyway, they change into each other. Consciousness operates beyond duality, beyond the polarized energies of the soul or spirit. Will and love, though ever distinct, work for a single purpose. Light and shadow, though ever distinct, work for a singular purpose of bringing forth our wholeness. So there's that. Now, another thing, bringing out the shadows. The moon in Libra, building into this new moon, will connect with Pluto. This is a square, so we may feel a clash of those shadows. We may feel the frustration that leads us to the ultimate transformation in and through and in and of the shadow energy. This is 16, so it's another 7 energy. Go with the flow. You're not doing anything wrong. If you find like you keep hitting walls this week, there's a reason for these walls. They are meant to help you transform. They're meant to help you rise. Do not let these walls stop your process. Do not let them stop your progress. Just let them notify you that there's still some kind of block there and there's still work for you to do in and of yourself. Final thing that I want to mention is that we have Uranus perihelion, which means Uranus is in a place in its orbit where it's closest to the sun. So we're very Uranus activated right now. Technology has been going nuts. All kinds of things have been going nuts. But ultimately, there is a process of liberation that is happening for us and through us with all this nuttiness going on. So trust it. It's breaking us out of this old conditioning. We have to have patience with the cycle so we can come into our balance, body, mind, spirit, soul, yin and yang, yin and yang energy within, and allow forth the possibilities. To finish up, my card from Soulful Woman is Loving from the Inside. It is a blessing to give myself the gift of my own presence. I think that's the goal in all of this, with all of this energy going on, really being centered in the self and strong and balanced in and of yourself to carry yourself through these energies. So that's it for today. There's enough love in the world for you. Book a reading if you want to dive deeper into your personal chart, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.